guys, this week I thought we'd talk S10. Hey guys, so here in a couple weeks marks 1 year since Corey and I started this here project. And I thought it would be time to kind of give you a walk around and show you what has been done since then. Still got probably another video coming out on the Firebird, sorry, Trans Am. But due to some delay in parts, I decided to put out this video instead. So with that said, let's get to it. All right guys, since you've seen this thing the last time, Corey and I installed an ACES fuel injection system. There's a few things that we had to go into with that, including a fuel pressure regulator. The instructions, as I recall, don't quite specify, and they specify a range of fuel pressure. However, we were having a little bit of issues with getting it to run consistently and run right. And after talking with the technician from ACES, they said that this thing really likes a precise fuel pressure. So as I recall, it's 62 PSI. And I could be wrong on that. But nonetheless, she likes a very precise fuel pressure. So once we got that narrowed down, she started running a little bit better. And then Corey's went through a few sessions of tuning with the programmer to get it really dialed in. Another thing that we recently did, Corey picked up some roller tip push rods and some hardened, some roller tip rocker arms and some hardened push rods, as well as a new cam. I don't remember what the duration and the lift is on it, but it is a bigger cam. And you can kind of tell that with how she sounds. So underneath the hood, that's other than appearances, underneath the hood, that's about all that's changed from the last time you've seen her. Obviously, she's had tons of service and little things done here or there. We are gonna, here in the near future, be cleaning this wiring up a little bit more again. But now that he's got things dialed in the way he wants it, so yeah, we'll move on. He also added this cowl hood here. Got that from Summit, as I recall. He's added a built 700 R4 transmission that also came from Summit. Little story there, I'm not gonna tell you who, but he had purchased a built transmission, and it started making noise shortly after it was put in, and then he started having shifting trouble and everything, and turned out he had a transmission shop pull it apart, and it turned out the torque converter was coming apart, which was part of the transmission. So he's had a little bit of a fiasco with that, but got a transmission from Summit, and he's been pleased with it thus far. He went ahead and he got new wheels put on there. We got a rear end out of a ZR2 S10 with a gov lock in it, so now she spins both tires. He did a personal spray-in bed liner, and obviously he shot her in some black. This was a temporary paint job. Him and I actually here soon, which this is not something we do, but we're gonna do it this time. Him and I are gonna get this thing sanded down. He's gonna have somebody do the body work to get rid of all the little dings and dents, and then him and I are gonna shoot it with color. I believe, if I recall correctly, it's gonna be like a really dark cherry red that basically will look black, but under certain sunlight, you'll see that red. I believe that's the color he chose to go with, but I could be mistaken. He's done a little bit of interior work as well. Got different seats and put them in here. Upgraded center console, the dash mat, steering wheel, the ACES gauge system. But overall, this thing has had quite a bit of a transformation over the last year. So with that said, let's take her for a rip. By far the biggest thing that I wanted to express in this video is just that this truck was a labor of love for Corey for a year, you know, and it's not done. I'm sure it'll be another year before it's done, and then it'll probably still make changes, because as we car guys do, there's always something we want to do, but point being is that it doesn't have to be done all at once. You know, you get you a project that you like, you work on it slowly, you make modifications as you can, and before you know it, you know, you've got something that you really, really enjoy. I know a lot of, especially with social media, you see a lot of these just extreme builds that, don't get me wrong, are absolutely awesome. But that doesn't have to be you. Sometimes it's better to just get your hands on something and do a little bit at a time as you can, rather than trying to do it all at once. Prime point, you'll be seeing this in the near future, but my Nova, I've always had big dreams of it being a you know, frame off restoration, and that car never being on the road again until it's 100% done. Well, I just have never had the finances to just direct towards that project, and I've always had other projects going on too, whether it be a house remodel, just life in general, the Jeep, etc. The Nova's just never been the biggest priority for me, and I've even collected parts in the past, and I've turned around and gotten rid of those parts due to moving, you know, halfway across the country and whatnot. But I'm gonna get that thing on the road, and I'm gonna follow the same course that we did with Corey's S10 here. Do what I can when I can, but just get it on the road as something that I can bomb up and down the road with, eventually take the wife out on dates with, and just really enjoy it. So just do what you can while you can, people. Enjoy it while you can.